Hey everyone, coming at you today with the 4 paths to becoming a millionaire. Let's dive on in. So I was reading a study about the 4 paths to become a millionaire. Obviously there's several paths, but this guy kind of narrowed it down into 4 ways. It's on richhabits.net, and he studied 233 people that are successful and they're millionaires, multimillionaires, $2 to $4 million net worth. And he goes off on how they achieved that net worth, how they were able to amass that. And going from the study of those people, he broke it off into 4 groups on how they earned that income and brought up that net worth. So the first path is the saver's path. Okay, so he said about 22% of people achieved it this way. So the saver's path is what he mentioned is the most easiest, probably highest probability path of achieving it, and also least risky way. That's just those basic people, kind of the videos that I've been talking about, people that are saving. So they're typically saving 20% of what they make. They have moderate to moderately high income, so not necessarily super high, but they're up there and maybe just barely scraping the 6 figures, a little more. So they're saving a lot of what they make. And also they have, really the big thing is that they have a low cost of living. They're buying an average house, buying an average used car, buying average nice products. They're not doing lavish vacations, but they are still having fun with their life and enjoying life. And then they just do it consistently for a long time. Also, the saver's path, people are focusing on investing, where they're putting their money. Stocks, mutual funds, real estate investing, other assets and businesses. They're focusing on those things, finding out what the highest and best use of their ROI is, also comparing and contrasting the risks, the opportunities out there, and just really thinking of that over time. And the other big thing about the people on the saver's path is they started early. They started early in that and let the long-term benefits of compound interest work in their favor. Second path is called the dreamer's path. So this path, 28% of people achieved it this way. This one is pretty risky, pretty hard and grueling at the very beginning. So the dreamer's path would be like a business owner just starting a new risky business or startup company, an actor, a musician, an artist. So these people are using their skills and abilities to really just perform that out there. And as you can already hear from those paths, kind of hard to make it, very, very low success rate. But of the millionaires, that's 28% of people. But I wonder how many people really start off trying that and then move into the saver's path or just start with the saver's path right away. It's hard and stressful, lots of long hours to develop that, and very low income at the beginning. Then they typically tend to make a lot more towards the tail end. So there's that, the dreamer's path. Then there is third, the company climber's path. Okay, that is about 31% of people in this study made it through the company climber's path. So these people started up with a company and they got like stock or profit share. So that's one big thing is they work on this company. Maybe they're a mid-level manager and have stock options. So that's one big way that they got into this. Then also they've just achieved this through their networking and relationships. They've really built up that way to please people, to manage people well, to report to their higher level people so they get promotions, and they're just clawing their way up the success ladder. This also is not quite as risky as the dreamers, a little more risky than the saver's path, of course, because they're putting their eggs in that. They're trying to grow up from this company and claw their way up. It also takes a lot of hard work and lots of hours, lots of long working hours and all of that, and also lots of travel. They're typically having to travel around, climb up that corporate ladder till they get to a big promotion and all of that. So the last one is the virtuoso's path. Okay, so on the virtuoso's path, 19% of people. Okay, so the virtuoso's path is people that really specialize in like one specific field and spend years or even decades just being the biggest expert in that field. So a doctor, a lawyer, a CPA, a researcher, they typically are getting a higher level education. They weren't necessarily gifted or automatically skilled in it, kind of like the dreamer's path, artists who are skilled in it. They've built their skills over time. So yet again, a little less risky than even the company climbers or the dreamer's path, because there's lots of proven processes through like being a doctor or anything like that. There's a pretty proven track record of getting it, but they had to do a big upfront time commitment and risking a lot of salary at the beginning for a low salary at the beginning to kind of climb up that as well, that path, and become a specialist like as a doctor. They've had to do continuous study, advanced training, and then yet again, they're not naturally born. So basically they just become the best at what they do, a specialist in a very specific field or niche. So those are the 4 paths to becoming a millionaire, something that I'm really researching on my own, have been doing it for years. Seeing all these paths, I think I would think these ones are probably the most like non-riskiest. This one's also risky, but then this one's the most for sure. So I think like do this, just start being the saver's path day one. If you can get lucky on one of these 3 paths, pick whichever one you think is like good for you, kind of climb it. And so that will help you have a double-edged sword. You'll probably get like 2 options of getting it. So anyways, there's kind of the study. richhabits.net talks about it even more. Great little website there. So anyways, thank you so much guys for attending and checking this out. On the Saver's Path, focus on investing in real estate investing. Memphis Investment Properties, we provide fully renovated turnkey properties, provide you cash flow day one. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that little bell so you know when I'm putting up another video. Thank you so much.